हेलो बच्चों, आज हम मैथ्स फॉर्मूला सीरीज़ में डिटर्मिनेंट्स पढ़ने वाले हैं। डिटर्मिनेंट में इसके पहले हमें मैट्रिसेस पढ़ना चाहिए अगर मैट्रिसेस नहीं आता, लेकिन हम रिवीजन कर रहे हैं इसलिए होप सबको आता है। इसके बाद हम मैट्रिसेस कवर करेंगे जैसा कि इस बुक में दिया हुआ है। माइनर्स स्टार्ट करते हैं माइनर से। द माइनर ऑफ अ गिवन एलिमेंट ऑफ अ डिटर्मिनेंट इज द डिटर्मिनेंट ऑफ द एलिमेंट्स विच रिमेन आफ्टर डिलीटिंग द रो एंड द कॉलम इन विच द गिवन एलिमेंट स्टैंड। For example, the minor of a1 in this given determinant a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 a3 b3 c3 is, you have to delete this row and the column, this row and column, then the elements which are left behind, that is b2 c2 b3 c3, and finally this minor will be b2 c3 minus b3 c2, and the minor of b2 will be leaving this column and this row a1 c3 and c1 c3, and finally the answer will be a1 c3 minus a3 c1. So hence a determinant of order 3 will have total of 9 minors. Now cofactor. What is cofactor? Cofactor, if mij suppose represents the minor of the element belonging to ith row and jth column, then the factor of that element cij equals to minus 1 to the power I plus j into mij. Simply plus minus mij. Cij is what? Plus minus of minor of ij. Ijth row and column, plus for even and minus for odd, because power, when power is odd, it means the Cij cofactor matrix will be minus Mij, and when the power is even, means I plus j is even number of rows and columns, then there will be plus Mij. Now important note, this is very important. Delta equal to a1 a2 a3 b1 b2 b3 c1 c2 c3 is the determinant. Let a1 be a cofactor of small a1, means first element, b2 be cofactor of b2, and so on. Then a1 capital A1 means the element multiply by its cofactor respectively, plus b1 b1 plus c1 c1 equal to a1 a1 plus a2 a2 plus a3 a3 will give you the entire determinant, means the value of the final determinant. So this is very important. If you are multiplying the respective elements with respective cofactor, then you are going to get the entire determinant. And a2 a1 plus b2 b1 plus c2 c1 means if particular order is not followed, like here it was for first case a1 b1 c1, see in this followed, then a1 a2 a3, this series was followed, and then finally the answer was determinant, the value of determinant. For second case we have a2 a1 plus b2 b1 plus c2 c1. Now what we have done is equal to, the important thing which we have to see here, see, with the cofactor, with the element a2 we have multiplied the cofactor a1. If you can notice properly, see, with cofactor, with this element a2 we have multiplied the cofactor a1, and with b2 we have multiplied the b1, but here a1 it was, and b1 b1 c1 c1, then or whether in column or in series, means in row. So the answer was determinant, but here we are seeking that we are having a2 multiplied by a1, means element of a2 is multiplied by cofactor of a1 plus b2 b1 plus c2 c1 equals to b1 a1 plus b2 a2 plus b3 a3. This is equal to 0. It means that the two properties which comes out is respective element multiplied by its respective cofactor is going to give you the determinant value. If the respective cofactor is not being multiplied by the respective element, then you are going to get 0 as the answer. Now some of the properties of determinants. The value of a determinant remains unaltered if the rows and columns are interchanged. If any two rows or columns of a determinant be interchanged, the value of determinant is changed in sign only. So this important property, value of determinant remains unaltered if the rows and columns are interchanged. If you are changing rows and columns, the value are not going to change. It means that you are doing to do the transpose of a matrix, means the determinant. If any, means determinant A is equal to determinant of transpose of A. If any two rows or columns of a determinant be interchanged, the value of determinant is changed in sign only. Suppose this is the original determinant. Now the value I have changed the row a2 b2 c2 with a1 b1 c1. So the determinant, new determinant will be minus of old determinant, only sign will be changed. Now if the determinant has any two rows or columns identical or in the same proportion, then its value is 0. कोई भी डिटर्मिनेंट में दो रो या दो कॉलम अगर सेम है या सेम प्रोपोर्शन में है तो उनकी वैल्यू 0 होती है. इफ ऑल द एलिमेंट्स ऑफ एनी रो और कॉलम्स be multiplied by the same number, then the determinant is multiplied by that number. अगर किसी भी एलिमेंट या रो को हम मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं सेम नंबर से तो ओवरऑल डिटर्मिनेंट जो है हमारा मल्टीप्लाई होता है उस नंबर से. दूसरी ई प्रॉपर्टी 5, a1 प्लस एक्स b1 प्लस वाई मीन्स सम प्रॉपर्टी a2 b2 c2 a3 b3 c. तो इसको हम सेपरेटली a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 a3 b3 c3 प्लस एक्स वाई जेड a2 b2 c2 a3 b3 c3 लिख सकते हैं. F. The value of a determinant is not altered by adding to the elements of any row or column the same multiples of the corresponding elements of any other row or column. Example, suppose let D is this determinant, D dash is a1 plus ma2 b1 plus mb2 c1 plus mc2. Means you have multiplied and a2 b2 c2, then a3 plus na1 b3 plus nb1 c3 plus nc1. What we have done? The answer is, here we have applied the row property. Okay, in matrix we will see the value of determinant is not altered if you multiply the element of one row by the same multiple of corresponding elements of any other row or column. Here a1 plus m times a2, b1 plus m times b2, c1 plus m times c2, and here we have done a3 plus n a1, b3 plus n b1, c3 plus n c1. Then the value of determinant is not going to be changed. Okay, determinant will be remain same, but important property, while applying this property you have to think that whether at least one row or column it must remain unchanged. Like here we have left this a2 b2 c2 unchanged. If the elements of a determinant delta are rational functions of x and two rows or columns become identical when x equal to a, then x minus a is a factor of delta. Again, if r rows become identical when a is substituted for x, then x minus a to the power r minus 1 is a factor of delta. If dx equal to f1 f2 g f3 g1 g2 g3 h1 h2 h3, where fr gr hr are equal to 1 2 3 are three differential functions, then differentiation of determinant will be f1 dash f2 dash f3 dash g1 g2 g3 h1 h2 h3. This topic we have already covered in the calculus part. Hope you guys will, if you have not seen the video, then I will give the link in description box, as well as here in the play card you can see f1 f2 plus f1 f2 f3 means respectively one times first function first row, second time second row, third time third row, or this can be applied for the column also. Now multiplication of two determinant, the multiplication of two determinants is carried out in the same way as multiplication of two matrices are carried out. This is a1 b1 a2 b2 cross the determinant multiplied by l1 m1 l2 m2. Common procedure is, if you are taking a row or column, then you have to multiply it by column and row respectively, row by column. Okay, or any other format but opposite, हमेशा उल्टा ही multiply करना. Like a1 is multiplied by l1 plus b1 is multiplied by l2. Here row is being multiplied by the column of other determinant. Similarly, for all the three cases you can write a2 l1 plus b2 l2, then a1 m1 plus b1 m2, a2 m1 plus b2 m2. Here you can see this is the final answer. Similarly, two determinants of order 3 are multiplied. Same इसी प्रोसीजर से हम determinants of order 3 को भी multiply कर सकते हैं. Here we have multiplied row by column. We can also multiply row by row, column by row, and column by column. If d dash is the determinant found by replacing the elements of determinant d of order n by their corresponding cofactor, then determinant will become determinant to the power n minus 1. N is the order of the determinant. Special determinant. First, symmetric determinant. Elements of a determinant are such that aij equal to aji, then they are called symmetric determinant. Like here aij means ith row and jth column, element equals to AJI, means jth row and ith column, like AHG, AHG, BF, BF, and C. Only this element can be different, otherwise maximum element have to be same according to the position. Skew symmetric determinant. If Aij equal to minus Aji, then the determinant is said to be skew symmetric determinant. Here all the principal diagonal elements are 0. The value of skew symmetric determinant of odd order is 0 and of even order is perfect square. Here this value will be, the value of determinant will be 0. As Aij equal to minus Aji, then only skew symmetric determinant. So here minus B, B minus C, C minus A. Other important determinants, if you want to remember, then you can remember. These are predefined determinant. If you will carry out the operation, it might be possible that you may take longer time to solve them. So it's better if you remember, otherwise you can leave also. System of equation. How we will solve system of equation using the properties of determinant. System of equations involving two variables, a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. First of all, we must know there are two types of solutions. One is consistent and another is inconsistent. Consistent means system of equation having solution. Inconsistent means system of equation having no solution. For this first inconsistent, the property among this a1x plus b1y plus c1 and a2x plus b2y plus c2, these equations we have a1 upon a2 should be equal to b1 upon b2 and not equal to c1 upon c2. This equation represents parallel disjoint lines. This equation represents the parallel disjoint lines. a1 upon a2 equal to b1 upon b2 not equal to c1 upon c2, means this system of equation is going to have no solution. Now for consistent, equation has either unique solution and infinite solution. For infinite solution, line must be coincident line. We know that property from class 10. a1 upon a2 should be equal to b1 upon b2 equal to c1 upon c2. And for unique solution, the property is a1 upon a2 not equal to b1 upon b2. This equation represents the intersecting line. Now how we will solve this equation with the help of determinant? Let's see. Here we can see that delta 1, delta 2, delta. First we have to define delta 1 and delta 2. We are talking about only for two variables. We will also talk about three variables. Delta is the final determinant with a1, b1, a2, b2, means variable x and variable y, coefficients of variable x and y. Now delta 1 replace the first row, means first column with the elements of b1, b2. Okay, b1, b2, c1, c2. Delta 2, c1, c2, a1, a2. Okay, you have to replace the second this column. Then x will be given by delta 1 upon delta and y will be given by delta 2 by delta. Or simply you can carry out the operation. If you will solve these determinants, you will get x equal to b1 c2 minus b2 c1 upon this delta a1 b2 minus ka a2 b1. Similarly for y you have a2 c1 minus a1 c2 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Now system of equations involving three variables. For three variables we have a1x plus b1y plus c1z equal to d1, a2x plus b2y plus c2z equal to d2, a3x plus b3y plus c3z equal to d3. First, to solve this system, define the following determinant. First thing, delta means final determinant of x, y, z, coefficients of x, y, z. a1, a2, a3, b1, b2, b3, c1, c2, c3. Delta 1, replace the first column with the d1, d2, d3, this element always. For second, you have to replace the second column with d1, d2, d3. For third, you have to replace the third column with d1, d2, d3 in this determinant. Okay. Now the same method, x is given by delta 1 upon delta, y is given by delta 2 upon delta, and z is given by delta 3 upon delta. So this is how it is checked. But before that, we have to check whether it is consistent or not, consistent and inconsistent. So now following algorithm is used to solve the system. Check value of delta. If the value of determinant is not 0, first, if value of determinant is not 0, then the equation is going to be consistent system and it will have unique solution, and it is given by same x equal to delta 1 upon delta, y equal to delta 2 upon delta, z equal to delta 3 upon delta. Now checking the value of delta. If determinant value gives you the answer 0, then you have to check the values of separately delta 1, delta 2 and delta 3. Now if you got at least one of delta 1, delta 2 and delta 3 is not 0, means they are at least one of, कोई एक डेल्टा 1 या तो डेल्टा 2 या डेल्टा 3 0 नहीं है, तब in that case all the three equation given will be have inconsistent system, means there is going to have no solution. But in case if delta is also 0 and delta 1 equal to delta 2 equal to delta 3 is also equal to 0, then you have to solve by using this method, put z equal to t, means now you have to solve because it will have infinite solution, then solve in manner of infinite, you will get equation in terms of t. So you have to make equation how you have to put z equal to t and solve any two equations to get the values of x and y in terms of t. Solve any two equation, get it value in terms of x and y, now in terms of t. Now if these values of x, y and z, if these value of x, y and z, now you have used only two equation, written x and y in terms of t, z को उस साइड भेज देंगे, z को हमने t मान रखा है, x और y को उधर कांस्टेंट है d1 माइनस जो भी ct1 जो भी बनेगा, जैसा भी इक्वेशन होगा वो हो जाएगा. इफ दीज वैल्यूज ऑफ एक्स वाई जेड, अब इस एक्स वाई की वैल्यू और जेड की वैल्यू t को हम थर्ड इक्वेशन में रखेंगे इन टर्म्स ऑफ t. इफ थर्ड इक्वेशन सेटिस्फाइज then it has the consistent system, means system is going to have infinite solution, and the values of x, y, z doesn't satisfy the third equation, then the system is going to be inconsistent, means there is no solution. Note, trivial solution. In the solution set of system of equations, if all the variables assume 0, then such a solution set is called trivial solution. Otherwise the solution is called non-trivial solution. If d1 equal to d2 equal to d3 equal to 0, then system of linear equation is known as system of homogeneous linear equation, which always possesses at least one solution, that is 0, 0, 0. If system of homogeneous linear equation possesses non-zero non-trivial solution, then determinant equals to 0. In such case, given system has infinite solution. These are some predefined criteria which you must remember. Now we have seen the determinant, let us revise them, then we will carry out matrices. In determinant we have seen minors, cofactors, properties of determinants and all those properties, multiplication of determinant, some special determinant not so necessary. System of equation, very important. These are the system of equation by Cramer's rule, I think. Yes, this is by Cramer's rule only. All the system of equation involving two variables also we have seen, and system of equations involving three variables. Now coming to next topic, that is matrices. Matrices is nothing but the representation, a type of representing elements in a form of row and column. Introduction. A rectangular array of mn numbers, total number mn, in the form of m horizontal lines called rows and n vertical lines called columns is called a matrix of order m by n, written as m by n matrix. It is also read as m by n matrix. In compact form, the matrix is represented as A equal to square bracket Aij, means element A, ith column and jth row, and jth column m by n. Special type of matrices, row matrix, matrix having exactly one row, that is A equal to A1, A2, A11, A12, A1n, that is row matrix having exactly one row. It is also called as row vector. Column matrix or column vector, A equal to, in column A11, A21 position, second row, first column, m row and first column, that is column matrix having exactly one column. Now zero or null matrix, A equal to O m by n, and m by n matrix whose all entries are 0, it is called zero or null matrix, wide matrix, anything you can call. Horizontal matrix, a matrix of order m by n is a horizontal matrix if n is greater than m. Vertical matrix, matrix of order m by n is a vertical matrix if m is greater than n. Square matrix, order n, if number of rows equals to number of columns, then the matrix is a square matrix. Note, the pair of element Aij and Aji are called conjugate elements. The elements A11, A22, A33, Ann are called diagonal elements. The line along which the diagonal elements lie is called principal or leading diagonal. द क्वांटिटी समेशन ऑफ ए आई इक्वल टू, इसको कहते हैं ट्रेस ऑफ द मैट्रिक्स. इट इज रिटन एज TRA, मीन्स ट्रेस ऑफ द मैट्रिक्स. सम ऑफ ऑल द डायगोनल एलिमेंट इज नोन एज ट्रेस ऑफ द मैट्रिक्स. नाउ स्क्वायर मैट्रिसेस, triangular matrices and diagonal matrices. So triangular matrix we can see upper triangular matrix Aij equals to 0 for all I greater than j. If value of I is greater than j, then Aij is going to be 0. Like here, I second row first column, so second I is greater than 1, 2 is greater than 1, so it will be 0. So it is upper triangular. Lower triangular Aij equals to 0 for all I less than j. Diagonal matrix is denoted as A equal to diagonal A11, A22, ANN, where Aij equals to 0 for all I not equal to j. In this case only we have scalar matrix and unit or identity matrix. Scalar matrix whose diagonal elements have a scalar quantity. A11 equals to A22 equal to A33 equals to A. Unit or identity matrix Aij equals to 1 if I equals to j, equals to 0 if I not equal to j. So this is the function, like function is defined, so it has been defined like that. In similar way, if A11 equals to A22 equals to A33 equals to 1, means if diagonal matrix, the diagonal elements are 1 and other elements are 0, then that matrix is called unit or identity matrix. Note, minimum number of zeros in a triangular matrix of order n equals to n into n minus 1 by 2. Minimum number of zeros in a diagonal matrix of order n is n into n minus 1. Equality of matrices. Let A equal to Aij and B equal to Bij are equal. These two matrices will be equal if and only if both have the same order, means m and the order which is m by n, it should be equal in both matrices A and B, and Aij equals to Bij for each pair of I and j, means along with the order the elements must also be equal. Algebra of matrices addition. A plus B equals to Aij plus Bij, means both the elements get added where A and B are of the same order. Addition of matrices is commutative. A plus B equals to B plus A. Matrix addition is associative. A plus B plus C equals to A plus B plus C. Multiplication of a matrix by scalar. If A equals to ABC, BCA, CAB, then K times matrix will be the entire matrix. This is very important. It's different in determinant and matrix. In determinant, if you are multiplying any element by k, the entire determinant value of determinant get multiplied by k in single. But in matrices, if you are multiplying by k, then in all these elements this should be multiplied: k, kb, kc, kb, kc, kca, ka, kb, like this. Okay, in all the element k gets multiplied. Now multiplication of matrices row by column. We always do the multiplication by row by column because it's the easiest method. Let A be a matrix of order m by n and B be a matrix of order p by q. Then the matrix multiplication AB is possible if and only if n equals to p. Means this order m by n equals to p by q. Means this n should be equal to p. N should be equal to p. Okay. So the matrix multiplication AB is possible only if the last element of the order of last n, means this is number of rows and number of columns, mean number of columns of one matrix is equal to number of rows of another matrix, then only the matrix multiplication is possible. And as we have seen the multiplication of determinant, similarly the multiplication of matrices has been carried out. Characteristic equation. Let A be a square matrix, then the polynomial mod A minus xi is called as characteristic polynomial of A, and the equation mod A minus xi equal to 0 is called characteristic equation of A. Here I is identity matrix. Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Every square matrix A satisfies its characteristic equation, that is A0 या A0 x की power n plus A1 x की power n minus 1 plus dash 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 an minus 1x plus an equal to 0 is the characteristic equation of matrix A. Then A0 capital An means matrix A plus A1 an minus 1 plus dash 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 plus an minus 1 into A plus an into I, identity matrix, equals to 0. So in means that matrix can be represented in the form of polynomial equations like this. Properties of matrix multiplication. AB equals to 0 doesn't imply that A equal to 0 or B equal to 0. 0 means here I am talking about 0 matrix. Okay, O. A B equals to O doesn't imply that A equal to O or B equal to O. That is zero or null matrix. Note, if A and B are two non-zero matrices such that A B equal to O, then A and B are called the divisors of zero. If A and B are two matrices such that A B equal to BA, then A and B are said to commute. A B equal to minus BA, then A and B are said to anti-commute. Means commutative and anti-commutative law. Matrix multiplication is associative. If A, B and C are conformable for the product AB and BC, then AB into C equal to A into BC, AB into C equals to A into BC. Distributivity. A into B plus C equals to AB plus AC, A plus B into C equal to AC plus BC, provided A, B and C are conformable for respective product. 11. Positive integral powers of a square matrix, same way as we carry out the exponent with the indices in that exponent's power. The same law applies here also. A to the power m into A to the power n equal to A to the power m plus n. A to the power m bracket multiply by the whole power n, then it become A to the power mn or an power m. I to the power m means identity matrix to the power m equals to I. Mn belongs to natural number. Orthogonal matrix. A square matrix is said to be orthogonal matrix if A into A transpose equal to identity matrix. If A into A transpose equal to identity matrix, then such a matrix is called orthogonal matrix. Note, for such matrix, the determinant value of orthogonal matrix is either 1 or minus 1. Hence, orthogonal matrix is always invertible. A into A transpose equal to identity matrix equal to A transpose into A. Hence, A inverse is nothing but A transpose only. For orthogonal matrix, you must remember that A inverse is nothing but A transpose only. For orthogonal matrix, we have A inverse equal to A transpose. And here, orthogonal matrix are those matrices in which A into A transpose is I. I means identity matrix. Some square matrices. Idempotent matrix. A square matrix is idempotent provided A square equal to A. For idempotent matrix, note the following. A to the power n is always A. For all n greater than or equal to 2, n belongs to natural number. Determinant value of idempotent matrix is either 0 or 1. If idempotent matrix is invertible, then its inverse will be identity matrix, that is I. Periodic matrix. A square matrix which satisfies the relation A to the power k plus 1 equal to A for some positive integer k. It is a periodic matrix. The period of the matrix is the least value of k for which this holds true. Note that period of an idempotent matrix is 1. Nilpotent matrix. A square matrix is said to be nilpotent matrix of order mn, only, belongs to natural number if, because it's a square matrix, so both the number of rows and number of columns are equal. Of order m belongs to natural number if A to the power m equals to O means 0 matrix. A to the power m minus 1 is not 0 matrix. Note that a nilpotent matrix will not be invertible. Involutory matrix. If A square equal to identity matrix, the matrix is said to be an involutory matrix. Note that A equal to A inverse for an involutory matrix. Here the value of A inverse is nothing but same A, because A into A square is identity matrix. If A and B are square matrices of same order and AB equals to BA, then A plus B to the power n is same as we have seen in the binomial theorem, x plus y to the power n. Same NC0 A to the power n plus NC1 A to the power n minus 1 into B plus NC2 A to the power n minus 2 B square plus dash 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 plus NCN B to the power n. ट्रांसपोज ऑफ अ मैट्रिक्स मीन्स चेंजिंग रोज एंड कॉलम. रो को कॉलम बना देना और कॉलम को रो बना देना. चेंज करते वक्त किसी एक चीज को पकड़े. एक मैट्रिक्स में आपने सेलेक्ट किया, कोई मैट्रिक्स है ए, एक रो लिया आपने उसका और उस रो को आपने कॉलम बना दिया, तो अब उस मैट्रिक्स के सारे रो को कॉलम बनाते जाइए, या तो फिर आपने कॉलम चूज किया तो कॉलम को रो बनाते चलिए. बस किसी एक को करना है, इधर यू चेंज रो और कॉलम. So let A be any matrix of order m by n, then A transpose is defined as A transpose or A complement A dash equal to A ij for 1 less than or equal to I less than or equal to n and 1 less than or equal to j less than or equal to m of order n by m. Now the order will also get reverse. क्यों? क्योंकि आपने रो को कॉलम बना दिया है, तो ये जो रो m था वो यहाँ पर कॉलम बन गया, जो कॉलम था यहाँ पर रो बन गया n by m. Properties of transpose, very important. if A transpose and B transpose denotes the transpose of A and B, then A plus B का whole transpose equal to A transpose plus B transpose. Note that A and B have the same order. AB का whole transpose equal to B transpose into A transpose. This is so called reversal law. A and B are conformable for matrix product AB. ये रिवर्सल लॉ बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. ए बी के होल ट्रांसपोज में बी का ट्रांसपोज पहले आता है, फिर ए का ट्रांसपोज आता है. ए ट्रांसपोज का होल ट्रांसपोज ए होता है, जैसे कि ए कॉम्प्लीमेंट का होल कॉम्प्लीमेंट ए होता है. सेट्स रिलेशंस में आप सबने पढ़ रखा है. के ए का होल ट्रांसपोज के इंटू ए ट्रांसपोज होता है, वेयर के इज अ स्केलर. इन जनरल वी हैव a1 इंटू ए टू डैश 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 ए टू द पावर n का ट्रांसपोज रिवर्सल लॉ लगता जाएगा. ए एन ट्रांसपोज पहले, फिर डैश 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 ए एन माइनस वन ट्रांसपोज डैश 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 ए टू ट्रांसपोज इंटू ए वन ट्रांसपोज. दिस इज रिवर्सल लॉ फॉर ट्रांसपोज. नाउ सिमेट्रिक एंड स्क्यू सिमेट्रिक मैट्रिसेस. There we have seen symmetric and skew symmetric determinant. Here we are having symmetric matrices and skew symmetric matrices. For symmetric matrix, A should be equal to A transpose. Maximum number of distinct entries in any symmetric matrix of order n is n into n plus 1 by 2. Skew symmetric matrix, square matrix A equal to Aij is said to be skew symmetric matrix if Aij equal to minus Aji for all I and j. Hence, if A is skew symmetric matrix, then Aii equal to minus Aii means, which implies that Aii is 0 for all I, means the diagonal element of a skew symmetric matrix is 0. Thus, the diagonal elements of a skew square matrix are all 0, but not the converse. But a skew symmetric matrix A equals to minus A transpose. For a skew symmetric matrix, A is equal to minus A of transpose. Properties of symmetric and skew symmetric matrices. Let A be any square matrix, then A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix and A minus A transpose is a skew symmetric matrix. The sum of two symmetric matrix is a symmetric matrix and the sum of two skew symmetric matrix is a skew symmetric matrix. If A and B are symmetric matrices, then AB plus BA is a symmetric matrix and AB minus BA is a skew symmetric matrix. Every square matrix can be uniquely expressed as sum or difference of a symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. This is very important property. किसी भी square matrix को हम उसको uniquely express कर सकते हैं as a sum or a difference of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. For sum we have A equal to half A plus A transpose plus half A minus A transpose, and for this is for sum, and for difference we have A equal to half A plus A transpose minus half A transpose minus A. So this is how a given matrix, given square matrix can be uniquely expressed as sum or difference of a symmetric and a skew symmetric matrix. Adjoint of a square matrix. Let A equal to Aij is this matrix A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33 be a square matrix, and let the matrix formed by the cofactors of Aij in determinant det A. This is not mod A, it is read as determinant of A is C11, C12, C13, C21, C22, C23, C31, C32, C33. See, we have read cofactors in determinant. What is cofactor? First we must know about minor. We have read minor. Delete the given ith row and jth column. The element or the number which is left is what? Is minor. Now what is cofactor? Cofactor is plus minus mij. Cij equals to plus minus mij. So the matrix formed by the cofactor is called cofactor matrix. Now what is adjoint of A? Adjoint of A is nothing but the transpose of a cofactor matrix. Transpose of a cofactor matrix is called the adjoint of A. Transpose of cofactor matrix is called adjoint of A. Here we have C11, C12, C13. The row gets transformed into column C11, C12, C13. And C21, C2, C23 get transformed into C21, C22, C23. C31, C32, C33 get transformed into C31, C32, C33. Note, if A be a square matrix of order n, then A into adjoint A equal to modulus A means determinant A, sorry. A into adjoint A equal to determinant A into identity of order n. Identity matrix of order n equal to adjoint A into A. If you will multiply the two matrix A and its adjoint, then the answer is going to be the determinant of A multiplied by the identity matrix. And what is the determinant of adjoint A? The determinant of adjoint A is determinant A to the power n minus 1, where n is what? Order of the given square matrix A. Determinant of adjoint A is determinant A to the power n minus 1. Now adjoint of adjoint A is determinant A to the power n minus 2 into A. Determinant A to the power n minus 2 into A. This is adjoint of adjoint A. Now what is determinant of adjoint A? It's simply determinant of A to the power n minus 1 का whole square, where n is the order of square matrix. So determinant of adjoint A is determinant A to the power n minus 1 का whole square. Adjoint AB equals to adjoint B into adjoint A. This is same as reversal law of a transpose matrix. Adjoint AB equal to adjoint B into adjoint A. Adjoint K equal to K to the power n minus 1 into adjoint A. K is a scalar. Inverse of a matrix or reciprocal of a matrix. A square matrix A is said to be invertible or non-singular if there exists a matrix B such that AB equals to identity matrix and BA equals to identity matrix. मीन्स एक ऐसा मैट्रिक्स हो जिसको हम मल्टीप्लाई करें उस गिवन मैट्रिक्स में तो हमें आइडेंटिटी मैट्रिक्स दे दे. B is called the inverse or reciprocal of A and is denoted by A inverse A to the power minus 1. Thus A inverse equals to B implies that AB equals to I equals to BA. We have A into adjoint A equals to determinant A into the power in. A inverse into A adjoint A equal to A inverse in A. Here we are pre-multiplying the A inverse. In adjoint A equals to A inverse determinant A in means identity matrix, and A inverse is 1 upon determinant A into adjoint A. Means A inverse is what? The value of A inverse you will get by adjoint A dividing by determinant A. Adjoint A divided by determinant A. The necessary and sufficient condition for a square matrix A to be invertible is that determinant A should not be equal to 0. Theorem: if A and B are invertible matrices of the same order, then AB का whole inverse equal to B inverse A inverse. देखो हम 3 रिवर्सल लॉ पढ़ चुके, ट्रांसपोज का रिवर्सल लॉ, एडजॉइंट का रिवर्सल लॉ, अब हम इनवर्स का रिवर्सल लॉ पढ़ रहे हैं. AB का होल इनवर्स इक्वल टू B inverse into A inverse. Note, if A be an invertible matrices then A to the power T is also invertible and A transpose AT means A transpose. If A be an invertible matrix, then A transpose is also invertible, and A transpose का whole inverse is same as A inverse का whole transpose. If A is invertible, then A inverse का whole inverse is A, same as transpose. A transpose का whole transpose is A. B1 is A to the power K का whole inverse is A inverse का power K equal to A minus K. K belongs to natural number. System of equation and criteria for consistency. This is Gauss-Jordan method, means solving the system of equation with the help of matrix form, with the help of inverse and adjoint. So this is so called famously Gauss-Jordan method. Example: a1x plus b1y plus c1z equal to d1 for 3 system. You can apply it similarly for 2 system also, 2 variable system also. For 3 variable we have a1x plus b1y plus c1z equals to d1, means we have 3 equations similarly like this: a2x plus b2y plus c2z equals to d2, a3x plus b3y plus c3z equals to d3. How you will have to write? You have to write ax equal to b, a into x equal to b. A is what? The coefficients of all x, y, z. The determinant means the matrix having coefficient, and x, y, z. X is what? The row matrix. Sorry, this is the column matrix. X is what? Column matrix with all the coefficient x, y, z, and this is d1, d2, d3. B is what? Constant matrix, the constant d1, d2, d3. For this we are pre-multiplying by A inverse Ax, A inverse B. Then we get A into A inverse is what? Identity matrix. That's all. X equal to A inverse B. We get what? X equal to A inverse B. That is, A inverse is what? Adjoint A upon determinant A into B. So we got the value of X. X means we have got X, Y, Z. All three values, all three variables values in a single step. That is, X equal to A inverse B. Adjoint A into determinant, adjoint A into B upon determinant A. If determinant A is not equal to 0, system is consistent having unique solution. If determinant A is not 0 and adjoint A into B is also not 0, means null matrix, then system is consistent and have unique non-trivial solution. If determinant A is not equal to 0 and adjoint A into B equals to 0, means this above adjoint A into B is 0, null matrix, then system is consistent. It have unique trivial solution, means 0 0 0. It's the trivial. Now if suppose this determinant gets 0, we know that division by 0 is what? Not defined. So if determinant gets 0 means then matrix method fails. Then what we do? We check the value of adjoint A into B. If adjoint A into B is not 0 means it has inconsistent. The system is inconsistent, it means it has no solution. If adjoint A into B equals to 0 means it is null matrix, then it has consistent. It is consistent means it has infinite solution. Now how you will solve this infinite solution? The process remains same. In two equation here, in these two equation, write x and y in terms of t. Take this t, z as t, then it become a1x plus b1y equal to d1 minus c1t. a2x plus b2y becomes d2 minus c2t. Solve these two equation, you will get x and y value in terms of t. Put these all values of x, y, z, z means t you have assumed, and if this equation satisfies equals to d3, then it means your system is going to be consistent and it will have infinite solution, which will be given with the help of x, y, z value in terms of t. So this all was there in the determinant and matrices. Let us revise once again. Introduction, we have seen matrices, types of matrices we have seen, square matrices we have seen, equality of matrices, algebra of matrices, multiplication of a matrix by scalar, multiplication of matrices, characteristic equation, Cayley-Hamilton theorem, प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ मैट्रिक्स मल्टीप्लिकेशन की सारी प्रॉपर्टीज हमने देखा, पॉजिटिव इंटीग्रल पावर्स ऑफ अ स्क्वायर मैट्रिक्स देखा, इंपॉर्टेंट ऑर्थोगोनल मैट्रिक्स देखा हमने, कुछ स्क्वायर मैट्रिसेस थे, इडेम्पोटेंट मैट्रिक्स, पीरियोडिक मैट्रिक्स, नीलपोटेंट मैट्रिक्स, इन्वॉल्यूटरी मैट्रिक्स, फिर हम ट्रांसपोज ऑफ अ मैट्रिक्स देखा, चेंजिंग रोज एंड कॉलम्स, फिर उसकी प्रॉपर्टीज, सिमेट्रिक और स्क्यू सिमेट्रिक मैट्रिक्स क्या होता है उसे देखा, प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ सिमेट्रिक एंड स्क्यू सिमेट्रिक मैट्रिसेस देखा, एडजॉइंट ऑफ अ स्क्वायर मैट्रिक्स हमने देखा, फाइनली हमने इनवर्स ऑफ अ मैट्रिक्स सीखा और इसका एप्लीकेशन, सिस्टम ऑफ इक्वेशन एंड क्राइटेरिया फॉर कंसिस्टेंसी, गॉस जॉर्डन मेथड देखा। हमारे पास सिस्टम ऑफ इक्वेशन सॉल्व करने के दो मेथड हो गए, एक गॉस जॉर्डन मेथड, एक क्रेमर्स रूल। क्रेमर्स रूल क्या था? ये जो हमने अभी डिटर्मिनेंट में पढ़ा, ये था ये सिस्टम ऑफ इक्वेशन, दिस इज सो फेमसली कॉल्ड क्रेमर्स रूल। सो आई होप गाइज यू हैव लाइक दिस वीडियो। यस, इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेरी यू कैन कमेंट। Yes, if you like this video then please hit the like, share and subscribe button. Thank you for watching.